Astronomers are warning that 3i Atlas could rival the size of a moon within months. In the last 12 hours, something in deep space doubled in size. Not a city, not a mountain, but an entire interstellar object that's rewriting the laws of physics as we know them. Yesterday, 3i Atlas measured 4.2 kilometers across. Today, 8.7 kilometers. This is a violation of physics itself. Publicly, there's silence. Privately, emergency meetings, cancelled missions, and panic behind closed doors. Because what happened to 3i Atlas overnight defies every law of nature we understand. The expansion follows perfect geometric patterns. It's powered by energy sources that don't exist, and the electromagnetic signatures now pouring off this ancient, wanderer-matched theoretical profiles for technology that humanity won't develop for another century. 3 separate space agencies quietly cancelled all missions, scheduled to pass within 50 million kilometers of this rapidly expanding object. What really happened during those 12 hours when nobody was watching? The energy bursts that blinded telescopes worldwide, the structural changes that turned a simple comet into something resembling a massive space station, and the terrifying possibility that we're witnessing the deployment of technology so advanced it treats our entire solar system as a construction site. This wasn't natural growth. It was construction. It happened in the early morning hours when most of the world was asleep. Every major observatory on Earth detected the same thing. 3i Atlas suddenly blazed with infrared radiation so intense it left after images burned into sensors worldwide. Telescopes designed to peer into the depths of space were blinded by light coming from a single point in our own solar system. The heat signature was so powerful it saturated equipment from Chile to Hawaii, forcing astronomers to shut down billion-dollar instruments to prevent permanent damage. The radiation blast lasted exactly 47 minutes. When it faded, the object that emerged was twice the size it had been hours before. But this wasn't some chaotic explosion or random expansion. Analysis of the before and after images reveals that the growth followed precise geometric patterns. Hexagonal frameworks extending outward from the core like massive scaffolding. Cylindrical structures emerging from the surface in perfect mathematical sequences. Angular formations that looked more like construction than any natural process. The expansion occurred in 3 distinct phases, each serving a specific engineering purpose. Phase 1. Core restructuring. The first 2 hours saw intense activity at 3i Atlas's center, with temperatures reaching 3,000 degrees Celsius. But instead of melting, the core was being rebuilt from the inside out, converted into something stronger and more complex. Phase 2. Framework extension. Hours 3 through 7 involved the systematic construction of geometric structures extending from the surface. These weren't natural formations. They were engineered frameworks with precise angles and measurements that followed universal mathematical constants. Phase 3. System integration. The final 5 hours showed different sections of the expanded structure connecting with each other through complex networks of conduits and communication channels. Each phase generated distinct electromagnetic signatures that radio telescopes recorded in perfect detail. The signals weren't random bursts of energy. They followed mathematical patterns that suggest sophisticated engineering protocols operating with clockwork precision. A specialist at the Arecibo Observatory described what they witnessed. The radio emissions during the expansion weren't chaotic. They were coordinated, structured, like construction crews communicating during a massive building project, but with precision that exceeds anything human engineering has ever achieved. This wasn't a comet doubling in size. It was a machine unfolding itself. The amount of energy required for 3i Atlas's overnight expansion should have been visible across half the galaxy. We're talking about power levels equivalent to a small star compressed into a 12-hour time frame. Yet, until the moment expansion began, 3i Atlas showed no unusual energy signatures whatsoever. Where did that enormous power come from? The answer challenges everything we understand about energy in the universe. Some say it's tapping into the vacuum of space itself, harvesting power from quantum fluctuations that exist everywhere but remain beyond our technology to access. Others believe it's feeding off parallel dimensions, somehow reaching across the barriers between realities to draw energy from sources we can't even detect. But the most disturbing theory, it isn't generating power at all, it's receiving it. Analysis of the expansion event shows energy patterns that suggest wireless power transmission across vast distances, not just interplanetary distances, interstellar ones. As if somewhere out there, something vast is watching our solar system and fueling 3i Atlas's operations with directed energy beams. That would mean 3i Atlas isn't operating independently. It's connected to infrastructure we can't see, powered by civilizations we can't imagine, following instructions from intelligences that treat galaxies like construction zones. The structures that emerge during 3i Atlas's expansion don't just follow mathematical principles, they follow the mathematical principles that govern everything in the universe: golden ratio spirals, Fibonacci sequences, fractal geometries that repeat at every scale from microscopic to massive. But these aren't aesthetic choices. Each geometric pattern serves a specific engineering purpose that becomes clear when you analyze the physics involved. The hexagonal frameworks provide maximum structural strength with minimum material usage. The spiral formations optimize electromagnetic field generation. The fractal patterns serve as massive antenna arrays capable of receiving and transmitting signals across vast distances with perfect clarity, as if whoever designed 3i Atlas understood the fundamental mathematical structures of reality itself and incorporated them into engineered perfection. During the expansion event, 3i Atlas wasn't just building, it was talking. Radio telescopes detected structured electromagnetic transmissions throughout the 12-hour construction sequence. Not random signals. Organized communications, following protocols that make our satellite networks look like children's toys. The signals operated on multiple frequencies simultaneously, carrying different types of data with error correction systems that guaranteed perfect transmission accuracy. But the most significant discovery was who 3i Atlas was talking to. The transmissions weren't just going out into space, they were being answered. Other sources throughout our solar system were responding with confirmation signals, status updates, and coordinate data. Objects we'd catalogued as ordinary asteroids and space rocks were suddenly revealing themselves as part of a coordinated network. And the worst part, those signals weren't broadcasts, they were replies. Signal analysis reveals that 3i Atlas was receiving construction instructions during its expansion, real-time updates telling it what to build, how to build it, and when to proceed to the next phase, as if the expansion wasn't autonomous, but was being directed by intelligence located far outside our solar system. The coordination was perfect, despite signal delays that should have made such precision impossible. Instructions sent from interstellar distances arrived at exactly the right moments to guide construction processes that required split-second timing. It wasn't just building, it was following instructions. High-resolution imaging of the expanded 3i Atlas reveals the most disturbing truth yet. This isn't just a machine, it's infrastructure. The internal architecture includes pressurized compartments with dimensions scaled for beings approximately 3 meters tall, environmental systems that maintain atmospheric compositions toxic to humans, but potentially habitable for other types of biology. But most chilling are the docking ports, facilities sized for vehicles much larger than 3i Atlas itself, as if this expanded structure is designed to receive visitors from elsewhere. Entire sections seem larger inside than outside, like space itself is being rewritten according to principles that violate our understanding of geometry. Support structures that carry impossible loads through mechanisms we can't identify. Power systems that operate without any visible fuel source or energy input. The expanded structure also contains manufacturing capabilities that suggest preparation for major operations. Fabrication chambers that can produce complex components from raw materials. Assembly areas equipped with automated systems designed for continuous production. But the manufacturing isn't random. The production facilities appear optimized for creating specific types of equipment. Components that match no known human technology, but follow design principles consistent with the advanced engineering visible throughout the expanded structure. Atlas isn't just built for observation or research. It's equipped to manufacture whatever its operators might need for extended presence. In our solar system, NASA's official silence about 3i Atlas's expansion isn't bureaucratic caution. It's evidence of response protocols developed for exactly this scenario. Classified documents reveal that major space agencies have been preparing for decades to encounter artificial objects of unknown origin, demonstrating capabilities far beyond human technology, and the recommended response: observe, but never engage. The protocols are based on a sobering assumption. If we're dealing with technology advanced enough to travel between stars and operate autonomously for millennia, our defensive capabilities are essentially meaningless. Analysis of the expanded structure reveals capabilities that suggest multiple possible mission profiles, none of them reassuring. Industrial extraction. The manufacturing chambers could be designed to strip mine our entire solar system, processing planets and asteroids into refined resources for shipment elsewhere. Scientific observation. The sensor arrays and communication equipment could support comprehensive study of everything in our solar system, including detailed analysis of human civilization and our technological development. Strategic positioning. The location and capabilities suggest 3i Atlas could serve as a staging area for operations throughout the inner solar system, with the ability to manufacture and deploy additional assets as needed. But the most concerning possibility is that this expansion represents preparation for something much larger. The overnight doubling wasn't the end of 3i Atlas's transformation. It was just the beginning. Current observations show that the expansion continues at a steady, measurable rate. Approximately 2% increase in diameter every 24 hours. At this rate, 3i Atlas will be 20 kilometers across within 6 months. At this pace, it could rival a small moon before we even understand what it is. But the expansion isn't just about size. Each day brings new structures, new capabilities, new evidence that 3i Atlas is preparing for operations on a scale that dwarfs anything in human experience. Recent observations have detected the emergence of what appear to be launch platforms, facilities designed to deploy smaller vehicles throughout our solar system. The manufacturing capabilities continue to expand, with new production lines coming online daily. Most concerning are the energy systems. Power generation that continues to increase without any visible fuel, source or waste products, technology that appears to violate fundamental principles of physics while operating with perfect efficiency. The communication arrays grow more sophisticated each day, with new antenna configurations that suggest the ability to maintain real-time contact across interstellar distances, as if 3i Atlas is reporting its progress to controllers located many light years away. But the expansion shows signs of adaptation to local conditions. New structures appear designed to take advantage of solar radiation patterns, gravitational influences, and resource distributions specific to our solar system. As if 3i Atlas has been studying our environment and optimizing its growth for maximum effectiveness within the unique conditions it found here. 3i Atlas's transformation represents the end of human dominance in our own solar system before it ever truly began. We are no longer alone. We are no longer the most advanced intelligence in our local space, and we may no longer be in control of our own future. The expansion proves that our solar system now hosts technology operating on principles we don't understand, deployed by intelligence we haven't encountered, for purposes we can only guess at. But the guesses aren't reassuring. The manufacturing capabilities could support resource extraction on a scale that transforms entire worlds into raw materials. The communication networks could coordinate operations across multiple star systems simultaneously. The energy systems could power projects that reshape solar systems according to alien specifications. But perhaps most disturbing is the evidence that this isn't unique. The sophistication of 3i Atlas's design, the precision of its operations, the flawless execution of its expansion. These suggest technology that has been refined through repeated use. Somewhere else in the galaxy, other solar systems may have witnessed similar transformations. Other species may have watched helplessly as their worlds were converted into infrastructure for purposes they couldn't comprehend. We're not the first. We won't be the last. The expansion continues, the capabilities multiply, and humanity watches from the sidelines as our solar system transforms into something unrecognizable. The age of human dominance ended before it ever began. But the most chilling realization isn't what 3i Atlas is doing now, it's what comes next. The docking facilities suggest this is just the beginning. The communication networks indicate coordination with assets we haven't detected yet. The manufacturing capabilities are scaling for projects that could span decades or centuries. 3i Atlas doubled in size overnight, but what it's becoming will change everything forever. The question isn't whether we can stop what's happening. The question is whether we'll survive to see what our solar system becomes when the expansion finally serves its ultimate purpose. Because when 3i Atlas reaches planetary size, It won't just change our skies, it will decide our future. The interstellar visitor 3I Atlas has transformed from a simple cosmic wanderer into something that defies our understanding of physics, engineering, and reality itself. Its impossible overnight expansion, following precise geometric patterns and powered by energy sources beyond our comprehension, marks a turning point in human history. We are witnessing the deployment of technology so advanced it treats our entire solar system as a construction site. The evidence points to a coordinated network of artificial objects, following instructions from intelligences located light years away, preparing infrastructure for purposes we can't even imagine. As 3I Atlas continues to grow at an alarming rate, potentially reaching moon-like proportions within months, humanity faces the sobering reality that we are no longer the dominant intelligence in our own cosmic neighborhood. Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe now to stay updated on 3I Atlas's continued expansion and what it means for humanity's future in space. Hit that notification bell, because when something this unprecedented is unfolding in real time, every update could change everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe.